We're back with our final segment of the Screen Team on today's Talk 930 KWOC, brought to you by 33 Productions, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, and Poplar Bluff Drywall. The Ernie Lewis Band have come in, they've taken control of the Screen Team, and we're reviewing music movies for you today. And our last review is a movie called The Commitments. It's a 1991 comedy drama film, and it was directed by Roddy Doyle. And Jamie, this is your film. I know nothing about The Commitments, so inform me, man. What's this movie about?
It's one of the greatest music-based movies that no one knows about.
Okay.
Basically, the entire cast are a bunch of unknowns from Ireland, and the gist of the story is there's a guy named Jimmy, and he wants to be a manager / promoter.
Okay.
And he decides the way to take over Dublin is with a soul act.
He had to say that. He had to say Dublin with an accent.
I had to. Well, if you watch the movie, it's hard not to talk in the accent when you're done. But I mean, they're all actually from there, and it's a really neat story because it shows him put the band together, and he holds auditions. And Cole Meany from Star Trek: The Next Generation and a bunch of gangster films and stuff. He's like the only real actor of note in it that had some kind of track record before this, but pretty much everybody else is virtually unknown.
None of them cats are even famous in Ireland?
No. The girl, the brunette.
So this is like the Clerks of music movies.
The Clerks of music movies, yeah, kind of was. The
That's
girl
cool.
with the brunette hair.
I thought that was Empire Records.
She had been in a couple of things, and then the one with short hair that was kind of punk rock, she had been in a couple of things, but the rest of them were virtually. Andrew, the blonde guy that ends up being the singer in the band, they found him for this movie.
Is he a real singer?
Yeah, he really is.
Is that him singing on that?
He's really singing in the movie.
No, I mean that's him singing.
That's him singing on there. Yeah.
Holy cow, he sounds like Ray Charles.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He does not sound like a pasty teabag from Ireland.
But yeah, he's just this chubby dude that they found like singing karaoke or sitting in with a band one night, and they're like, "This is the guy that's going to play our singer in the movie."
You're not joking. He's really the guy singing on that.
Yeah, he really is. Well, and as a matter of fact,
no offense, I've got plenty of people, and you can edit this. I thought it was a African American or African Irish.
Like they were dubbing it. Well, see that's the one of the funny bits in the movie is there's no black people in the band, and they're playing soul music. They got a horn section, and they're playing Otis Redding and things like that. And there's one point where the saxophone player is playing saxophone on the train on the way to rehearsal. And he looks at these kids. He goes, "I'm black and I'm proud," with this real thick accent. And they just kind of look at him. But the whole thing, they try to emulate the music that they love.
Right. And
it starts to work after a while. You get to see the whole how it affects the people around them, and they go through a couple of drummers and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, this movie garnered enough attention and enough of a cult following that some of the people that are in the movie actually toured in the U.S. a few different times. They actually just toured about a month or so ago, and they're touring overseas right now. But the guitar player, who's the left-handed guy in the movie, and the drummer and the singer used to do it for a while. Andrew, the blonde guy, and but a couple of them, and I met a couple of them. I was in Dallas for to do a thing down there, and they were in the same hotel we were in.
Very cool.
And they were real nice guys, But and they were on
tour.
tour.
A demo.
Well, this was several years ago. So.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
So, in your estimation, is this movie more of a comedy? Is it more drama, or is it mainly?
It's a mix.
Yeah.
There's funny stuff all through it that you can tell are just a product of the situations that they find themselves in. When they go to the pawn shop to buy a set of drums for the drummer, he doesn't have a set of drums, and they go, and so he tells him he's going to come back and get this other thing, but we want the drums today, And she's like, yeah, right. And the thing about being on the train, and there's a horn player who's an older cat, and he supposedly toured with some real soul acts back in the day, and he's kind of a ladies' man, so they play that up a little bit.
Right.
That's kind of funny. So
Reminds me of some of my family.
Some of your family.
Well, I wanted to.
Jerry, what did you think of this film?
Awful.
Why was it awful?
I couldn't understand them. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't a bad movie. The one thing that really got me, and I've got Irish ancestry. Mm-hmm. We're some ugly people.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh, that woman with the short hair, her eyes are too far. She's like catfish eyes. right? And her forehead was huge.
She's in Pulp
And
Fiction.
her mouth looked
Which
like
movie?
She's in Pulp Fiction.
Is she the one in the restaurant with?
No.
Oh, okay.
Where
that's not Honey Bunny, right?
No, it's
Okay.
it's when they go to John Travolta's character goes to Eric Stoltz's. They pick up the junk.
Okay.
She's the other girl.
I gotcha.
Anyway.
I didn't think it was a bad movie. I didn't know how. I don't like the idea that some guy puts a band together and isn't even in it, and it's his band. It's like, nah, dude, you're not the one out there. You're just not
Busting
your
your
Hey,
butt.
he got the gigs.
Well, you
He did his.
That's actually it's like real to life. What happens? I mean, somebody that wrote or produced it has played in a band.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the second they got any notoriety, egos flared. It's everything about it is accurate but exaggerated. And there's like, what is there, three singers, four? It's like an 8 or 9 piece band. The movie, it should have been like I told Jamie, it should have been a TV series because it was 2 hours long. I mean,
And it wasn't enough.
well, yeah. Well, you didn't.
Well,
The cast of characters is so huge.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
barely get to
you get a real condensed thing of who they are. Then they
rehearse.
they
and they
rehearse,
play gigs. They
play
get
gigs,
known.
get and break up. And I mean, it's where they are now.
Yeah.
It'd been great. Just
It's
A series.
9 episodes during
9
yeah,
episodes
the
on
series.
HBO. Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a
said
neat
that.
movie.
said
It
the F
really
word,
was. It was neat. It was. I was shocked. I had no idea that guy was really the legit singer on that.
Yep, he sure is.
That's impressive.
It's
I
worth, it's
thought
worth
they were
owning
just-
for the soundtrack. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The soundtrack's
No-
great. The
no
music
doubt
on it
about
is really good.
So for the people out there who are listening, maybe they want to see this movie. I know some of you guys had trouble getting this film. Where do you guys pick it up at?
I streamed it.
Streamed it.
Yeah, I found it online. I think Hulu maybe
Okay.
has it for free. It may not have been Hulu.
Began with a V.
And if you stream it and find out that you really like it, it's worth buying for the extra parts, the behind the scenes stuff, and then the soundtrack, like they said. And,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing
So-
the commentary and stuff because
Yeah,
I
the
had
commentary
no
is
idea those guys
pretty
were
cool.
legit music. All of them play music.
Almost all of them. The guitar player's for real. The drummer was for real. The singer, of course. The sax player, I'm not really sure. But
Whoever the band was, they were smoking.
Oh, they were good.
They were a smoking soul. It was
good production.
it
like
was-
good production on the stuff.
What they call it, Dublin Soul. I think that's
Dublin
a cool
Soul.
name for
Good
an
Stuff,
album.
man. So tell us, we got just a few minutes left. Ernie Lewis Band. Do you guys have your own manager who books stuff like in the commitments, or do you guys do it all yourself?
We have Chris Berger.
Is that right?
Chris Berger gets us good.
Chris is
We're
Chris
off
is
right
waiting
now.
for his check.
He's waiting for that.
oh, that's what
Oh,
it is.
touche.
No
touche.
wonder. No, we pretty much do everything ourselves, and it's tough to get a gig in this area, Southeast Missouri, because there's not as many places to play as there were even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like
And there's
recession
4
or
times as many bands, it seems like,
Right.
But we hustle as much as we can and play as much as we can. And, sometimes we got to drive to Arkansas, or sometimes we got to go, an hour and a half
Which is
north or whatever.
fun.
Which is fun, yeah, because we get to playing for a different crowd. At almost every gig is kind of interesting. You don't know what to expect, and you kind of adjust your song list on the fly, and
Being told you sucked, and
Portageville,
Portageville, Missouri is more
with different
fun.
different regional accents. Y'all suck. Yums guys.
well, that was just because we didn't play, Dolly
And-
Parton
and-
or something.
Right. So if people are looking for more information on the Ernie Lewis Band, because I know that you guys are getting ready to, you guys have an album out. You guys are looking to release more music. Where can they find more information on you guys?
Facebook, like everybody on the planet, we're on Facebook. Just Facebook and type in Ernie Lewis Band, and we should be the top thing that pops up.
Very good.
And there is a lot of new music coming down the pipe.
Yeah, we've been working on a lot of stuff.
We're looking at recording in October, or starting to record.
Starting to record in October.
Cool. And we'll talk more about that on our sister station, Z95 The Bone, and Bone in Your Backyard, which will begin here in about the next half hour or so. So tune in to that. Guys, we appreciate your time. Ernie Lewis, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
And
very
much, Chris.
we will see you guys soon. That's the Ernie Lewis Band. You can find them on Facebook. And remember, you can listen to them on Bone in Your Backyard coming up in the next half hour. On the next Screen Team, we're going to review the movie The Family with Robert De Niro, also the hockey movie Miracle, and we're going to review the movie Homeless to Harvard, which features the lady who's going to be speaking at the Women Aware Conference next week in Poplar Bluff. So we'll review those next Saturday at 6 p.m. for the Screen Team on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.